Commuters in Port Elizabeth are yet again scrambling for space on taxis as the bus strike continues to hit commuters very hard. Traffic authorities are also running a campaign monitoring public transport today with the main focus on taxis and scholar transport. For the latest on the situation on the streets of Port Elizabeth, let us now cross live to our reporter Iviwe Poti. She's there for us this morning. Iviwe, a very, very good morning to you. Talk to us about the situation. Really, it's a different angle altogether because now traffic authorities are ensuring the safety of commuters.
A very good morning, Palesa. Definitely, it's a different angle to everything that's happening with the bus strike. But however, last week we alluded to the fact that a lot of the people that were affected here in Port Elizabeth and your Utenek areas, in making the whole of Nelson Mandela Bay, are your scholar pupils, your school-going pupils. And we found a situation on Friday when we spoke to you, Palesa, pupils telling us that, there's a problem now of overloading and making sure that the taxis are full to capacity, especially when taxis are transporting scholar pupils. So I think even the roadblocks that will be, rolling out the whole of this week to ensure that there's safety on the roads. There's been bumper-to-bumper traffic, heavy traffic, because, in Port Elizabeth, our main bus company is the Algoa Bus Company, and we do have the IPTS system, but that was only introduced about 2 months ago, and it only runs in the northern areas of Nelson Mandela Bay, but also that has been suspended to ensure the safety of those drivers as well, and the IPTS buses. So the taxis are the only system that people are actually using in terms of method of transport to get to work. But however, traffic officials have also picked up that people are using mini vans, mini trucks, and as well as their cars. And you will remember, Palesa, that 2 years ago the Minister of Transport said, we need to do away with putting scholar pupils in the back of vans because it's not safe at all. So I think when they're pulling cars off public transport, mainly they'll be focusing on mini buses and as well as those vans that aren't supposed to be transporting people. But later we will be speaking to Mr. Bromwell of the traffic department, who's going to tell us a bit more in terms of what exactly are they going to be rolling out throughout the week. But what I can tell you is that throughout Nelson Mandela Bay Metro there are various stopping points, just like the one behind me. Let's just move out of the shot. As you can see, a bus now has been pulled over as well. So they're checking everything. Roadworthy of the car, traffic fines, are the drivers supposed to be on the road? So this is also to ensure the safety of pupils and those that are going to work, especially now that we know that there are no buses on the road.
All right. But in terms of the taxi industry being able to handle the pressure, if you are they able to? We were just in the Western Cape a short while ago, and it looked like they were not able to handle the pressure, of course, that comes with the strike. We do know the say, of course, that one man's loss is another man's gain. Are they really, able to handle the pressure?
Well, Palesa, here in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, we have a wide taxi society. Lots of the working community actually prefer to use taxis. However, it becomes expensive because you have to double or triple. In terms of being able to handle the load right now, from what we saw last week, it is a bit difficult, as we were at various taxi ranks and it was very busy. And you find that taxi drivers are actually trying to rush on the road to make sure that they make time. But round about 9 o'clock, our streets are clear. People are normally already have made their way to work, although they're already late. I think in terms of handling the capacity of people that are on the roads, they are struggling a bit, but it's not a massive problem for Nelson Mandela Bay Metro.
All right, if we will leave it at that for now. Thank you so much for coming through. Our reporter there, Iviwe Poti, live from the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, of course, reporting about traffic authorities who are also running campaigns to monitor and ensure the safety of commuters.